Listen, I hate to say it, but if you saw that Jack Edwards video and were influenced to buy your own scanner, he's lying to you, kind of. I got it for myself and I was so excited to get the scanner, to download the Lilib app, to have a collection of all of my books, and then it wouldn't work. I know what you're thinking. That sounds like a user error, not a problem of the app. And it was at first, but then I got it right and I started scanning books and they were going in fine until they weren't. Until I scanned a book over and over again and it just wouldn't go through. And I'm thinking, okay, it's just one book. It's just a little mistake. I can manually input one book, that's easy. And then I scanned the next book and it didn't work. And the next book and it didn't work. But the next book worked. And the one after that worked, and I'm starting to think, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why are half of my books not working? It wasn't the scanner's fault, because I'd scan it and the ISBN would go into the app just fine. So the scanner is actually great, I gotta say. I love the scanner, it was fun. But I don't know what to do with the scanner considering that the app, the Lilib, does not work because it is not updated. And all of the books that would not scan were all books released in 2024. I don't know about you, but the prospect of getting to scan all my books and keep a record of what I have on my shelves was super exciting until I learned that I couldn't do it on any of my new books. And I know Jack Edwards is a classics guy, so maybe he didn't even notice that some books didn't work in the system, or he did, but it didn't bother him as much. But for me, I read fantasy and I get a lot of new books every year, and I wanted to be able to scan them as I brought it home and put it on my little shelf so that way it's recorded. I don't want to manually input every single book I get after I scan all of my library in. Now, I had a friend tell me that one of her 2024 books worked and it scanned in perfectly, and so I guess they have some genres updated because that was a literary fiction book and none of my fantasy books worked. Like, none of them. None of them. Some of the books that I tried at first came out in the fall of 2024, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's a little too recent. I don't love it, but whatever. Then I tried Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black, and that came out in February. That's almost a year ago, and it's still not in the system, so I don't think it's worth it. You can also just use the Lilib app for free, like with your phone as a scanner or manually inputting all of the books. So maybe try out some of your new books to see if it would work for you before you buy the scanner like I did.